DouDrop doing her version of The Undertaker, Austin Theory acting like a dead man, and Brock Lesnar doing some cowboy. The mental episode of Monday Night Raw is done. I thought it was a pretty good show, and yes, I know mental is a type of cheese, but this is things you might have missed. And before we get started, make sure you've hit the like button. It really helps these videos out, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Now, right towards the start of Raw, we was watching the commentary team as someone literally walked in front of the camera. And this wouldn't be a thing, it's just someone making a mistake, of course. But it was their reaction. You know someone is in their ear telling them, oh my god, what just happened? But it's time for everyone's favourite things you might have missed segment. I was not expecting to do this tonight. It's back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. They're not, but this could be. It's Puppet Watch! As Sonya Deville was telling off Damian Priest for being DQ'd, there is a freaking little robot-y thing behind Sonya Deville. Now, I don't know if this is for sure a robot, but it looks like a freaking robot. It looks like it's got hands. It looks like it's got a face and eyes and an angry mouth. Could this be a puppet? Maybe not. Maybe really not. But it gets very interesting, and shout out to Alex for sending me this, because look at this. This is WWE Supercard that hasn't yet been released. It's a robot thing. It's like a Robot Wars going on behind, and you can clearly see the Royal Rumble logo on one of the claws. Now, again, could this be a new version of the Firefly Funhouse for Bray Wyatt, for Alexa Bliss? I have no idea. It could just be robots taking over WWE. It's happening, people. But we're not done yet. Oh no, Puppet Watch continued. Behind Seth Rollins during his promo, and sorry for the bad picture, I was not ready to take a screenshot at all, so I took a picture of the TV. You can surely see a little thing there. Now, I have no idea what this is, but it does look like Alexa Bliss, I'm not going to lie. Pink hair, sort of purple sort of overalls, and with a pink top on. Come on. A potential puppet representing the old Alexa Bliss is not out of the realms of possibility. Huskus the Pig Boy was a representation of Bray Wyatt's past, so maybe the same's happening for Alexa. But whether or not robots are indeed taking over the WWE, because maybe that Alexa one is a robot too, it kind of does look a little bit like one. Doesn't matter, because what really matters is Veer Mahaan is still coming to Monday Night Raw. Now, Alexa Bliss has been in the news a lot this weekend. Of course, WWE trademarking the name The Goddess. I think they owned the rights to it before. I think they just renewed it. But it did get everyone talking. Alexa went onto Twitter earlier today, kind of shot down those rumours and said, I like to evolve and always move forwards, never taking steps back. So we can kind of assume from that Alexa is going to progress into something new. Alexa also tweeted out this emoji. This is how it looks on iPhone. It looks slightly different on Android, but it is of two faces, two masks, and we kind of see that in the therapy room. There's two, heads there, and it was there again this week, and it does make you wonder if there's a split personality coming with Alexa Bliss for sure. Notice how Alexa Bliss this week, all in black. The hair is very different from previous weeks where she had the buns. And she was once again talking to the therapist. The therapist was saying there was progression being made. But to what? That's the big question. Of course, he was once again asking about Lilly. And Alexa Bliss just kept on talking. And she didn't shut up. And that's not a bad thing. This is kind of like childlike Alexa again. And it does look like she's reverting backwards. This one was all about meeting Lilly for the first time. And when we saw Alexa first introduce Lilly to us, she wore all black then as well. So it does make you wonder if there's some kind of correlation with the two different attires that she's been wearing. It's obviously not the same attire, but it is kind of similar. Now, one thing I noticed, I haven't seen many people say it though, is they kind of changed the story of Lilly. Alexa said she met her when she was 6, but we saw pictures of Lilly with Alexa when she was a baby. Now, it could be that Alexa really became aware of Lilly or started talking to Lilly at that age. They could sort of change it up a little bit. Wouldn't put it past WWE to change the story, but they did that a little bit. I wanted to point that out, so that's something to remember. But then just like that, they cut her off. Oh gosh, people weren't happy with that. I know why. Alexa Bliss did then take to Twitter and finish her sentence. To be fair, I like the idea of her rambling on and it's literally leading to nothing, so they just cut her off. kind of does make sense. I don't like it, but it kind of does. And talking of rambling, and the chubby bunny game that she was talking about, was it a tease? Could he be the greatest Royal Rumble return of all time? Bring him back. Absolutely no idea if Alexa Bliss is in the Rumble. There hasn't really been a lot of progression, but we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We haven't seen the progression. We haven't seen the therapist actually make that progress on TV. So that's something to definitely look out for at the Royal Rumble. And in case you missed it, our Royal Rumble 2022 predictions is up now on the channel. It's nearly at 30,000 views, which is incredible. So thank you guys for that. We also had the weigh-in to kick off Raw this week with Brock and Bobby. I love this. This was so cool. Obviously, it's a UFC sort of style MMA throwback. But Brock Lesnar coming out wearing the cowboy hat. He just could not care less, could he? And I love it. But of course, the official weigh-in is done. Bobby Lashley at 273 pounds and Brock Lesnar is at 286. Yes, I had to write it on the images, otherwise I will forget. But I love this. Brock Lesnar, just knowing that he's a dominant alpha male, just literally stood there making fun of Bobby, who actually is quite fun because you can see the mind games. It's a whole side of Brock we've never seen before, and it does add to their match and the anticipation and hype for it at the Royal Rumble. I love that WWE showed us an exclusive workout routine with Lashley as he was training for the match with Brock. It shows he's taking this seriously. It shows that Brock is this big beast that Lashley wants to dominate. Talking of dominate, Rowdy Ronda Rousey is all over the news today as Sean Ross Sapp and Fightful confirmed WWE are openly out there trying to get Ronda for the Royal Rumble. Whether she does or not, we don't know. But you gotta think if she does, this is the main event of WrestleMania. Ronda, Becky, actually without Charlotte Flair. I think a lot of fans do want to see it. I think everyone wants someone to win the Rumble, but I think Ronda makes a lot of sense. Also, worth noting, WWE offered the former Iconics, now the Inspiration and Impact, actual spots in the Rumble, which they declined, saying the time wasn't right for a WWE return. But it's interesting, they are trying to get other people in. We had a spelling bee as part of the Alpha Academy Academic Challenge this week. I thought this was honestly hilarious. Sometimes these segments don't work, sometimes they do. Of course, Chad Gable, the only person to get his word wrong. But honestly, let's give some credit to Randy Orton, because at the end of it, the promo he cut, oh my God, that was like rock stone cold level. I'm being serious. That promo, the fans, you could hear it from the start to the end, just got more and more hyped. Hats off to Randy Orton. Johnny Knoxville has so much merchandise right now. It's ridiculous, but it's there if you want it. Okay, have I just blinked and missed this, or is this new? I can't find anyone on Twitter saying this is new, but I can't remember seeing these graphics for Liv Morgan ever before, but that was pretty cool to see. Honestly, I probably might have just missed them. You know me, who makes a series called Things You Might Have Missed. But of course, Liv was in 6 women action tonight, building up hype for the Rumble. Cool to see. And of course, Rey and Dominic were backstage. Congratulations to Rey Mysterio, of course, talking about 2K22 and the Royal Rumble. And Dominic planted the seeds about eliminating his dad. And while Rey, he did look pretty concerned at that thought. And with all the shenanigans at the end of their match, it does make you wonder if WWE are planting the seeds for a tag team to break up at the Royal Rumble. That would be one to look out for too. With WWE still advertising World's Hottest Tour for Bad Bunny, I do wonder if he could make an appearance in the Royal Rumble match. Again, something to look out for. Damian Priest once again got himself disqualified, and you know what? This has to stop. I get it. Damian, he turns into a psycho. It's fine. But every week to just get disqualified? I'm sorry. It is getting a little bit boring. But I really want to know your thoughts. Is Alexa Bliss about to become Queen of the Robots? Are the robots her version of puppets? Maybe. I mean, that one on the left would definitely resemble Alexa, so I can't see it tying in with any other WWE storyline. Of course, if it is actually anything at all. I enjoyed Raw, honestly, very solid go-home show, 8 out of 10 for me. Let me know what you think of Raw in the comment section down below. Like the video, share the video. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, click one of the videos on the screen so you can keep being entertained by C, and I'll see you next time. Peace!